Welcoming you all to this yet another wonderful session. Also, an interview with one of the global respondents and leaders in a technology which is very unique and it's also been patented. I have with me Juan Schneider, who is the founder and the director with Nanogrande, a company based in Spain. And they come with the expertise of ultra thin filaments printed in the powder technology space. So that's going to be really interesting for us to know from Johan in terms of what is the possibilities and how it's all been initiated, and what is the course of the extent of these technology and which sectors it can be utilized and used. So a great time for us. I'm sure it will be very insightful. So now to Johan. Very good afternoon, Johan, in India, and back in Spain. It's morning time there. So good to connect with you. And
thank you, Doctor. I'm really thrilled to join you in this conversation. I wish to be in Spain, but really we are located in Montreal, Canada.
Oh, okay. So I think that's the beauty of our virtual space that we are all in. So you can be moving out at different locations, but you can still be connected and you can still even transact. So fantastic. Sure. And yeah. So
it would be a bit warmer than now in Canada. If I was in Spain.
Right. So, Johan, how did it all start? Also your tilt towards 3D technology and the efforts being made in this direction. If you can just, broadly, an insight on the same. Thank you.
Sure, John. Well, I started the company in 2014. I'm a physicist by training. I'm expert in nanomaterials, nanotechnology, and thin films. What I do most of the time when I was in research was to analyze membranes and cell membranes and coatings and how they behave and how they create a living cell as a membrane. And then I use that information and that basic science for applications for industry. Nanogrande is my third company. In 2014, I found that even if 3D printing was extremely exciting because of the potential, because of the capacity, because of the freedom of design and the digitalization of the manufacturing process that liberates many processes and many capacities to work by a well-defined network, where many people with different background and different places can exchange to produce the best product. But what I found at that moment is that there was a lack of materials availability and especially high resolution parts. When I saw with a bit more of detail, parts were really lousy from my point of view. Surface roughness, terrible. Definition of parts required a lot and still requires a lot of work for other companies to get a nice product, a well finished product, and also how to make parts that can benefit from working at a certain scale, that because of scale you obtain the efficiency or you obtain the property that is needed. For example, many effects or many things related to matter and electromagnetic waves or light and matter interaction really happened at a certain size. So if you see a bow, a nice rainbow, well, it's because the droplets of water are a certain scale. If they were smaller or bigger, we couldn't see it. Well, the same happened with other applications for mechanical properties, for electronic properties, for strength of materials, etc., and porosity if you want to make a filtering membrane. So all of this was related to the capacity to achieve a certain resolution that was not there. So I said, this is an opportunity. I think I know how to do it. And one day I just woke up and taking a shower at about 7 in the morning, and the spark arrived. I connected the dots. And this is, in reality, 25 years of experience from my early studies at the university and all the different things that I learned in my life, in my professional life, that became clear for me as the starting technology and application that was, as you said, was filed as a patent. It's already patented. And we have a portfolio of patents that are completing the full IP portfolio. So this is mainly the origin. I wanted to create something that allows designers, manufacturers, engineers to really feel freedom of design and manufacturing with this type of technology and tools. So what we do is that we create and we build the printer that allows people to make those products, and we also sell the material that is required that works with this printer. This is the main business model. We have also some R&D and product development with a few companies where they base on our shoulders, because we know very well the technology, to start to spark, to initialize new products, and then they take the process over.
So it's more to do with research and development, also creating new products which can be customized and can be produced through the machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So here is also a possibility for IPs, intellectual properties, through the platform and the machine, Juan. Which are the sectors that you are actually currently focusing on?
We have several sectors based on the same technology approach. Sometimes we work on different size of particles or type of materials that are needed, but essentially the principles are similar, but the outcome can be very different. We work in the medical sector, dental sector, electronics, luxury products, and some defense for the Canadian Department of Defense as well. So these are applications that require, for example, a certain resolution, or the utilization of very, very fine powders that we are almost the only ones that can work with this type of powders. And in 3D printing, I mentioned, or to attain a certain efficiency or almost a metamaterial based on the design and the structure that we can achieve with our systems. For example, for liquid filtering, for catalytic reactions, and for structuring the material in order to be compatible with bone and body junction between our bones and the new part that needs to be attached to the body of the patient.
It also depends on the various applications that you might be looking at, and based on that, you can offer the solutions accordingly. What is the basic premises of this technology? As in, what technology is the machine all about? Is it, is it a DMLS technology, a laser-based technology, or?
The technology, I would say, I will describe it from a different perspective. We invented a process that is called the fluid bed and not the powder bed, because we work in such a way that we are able to deposit powders that can be as small as 1 nanometer, and that can be laid down as a single layer of 1 particle thick. So the thinnest layer that we can achieve is roughly about 1 nanometer. We have done it with gold nanoparticles, silver nanoparticles, platinum nanoparticles, and carbon nanotubes, also, to give you an example. So we are able to deposit layers of powders in a way that nobody can achieve right now in the world. Then we can fuse those particles or attach those particles with 2 different ways. One is with laser sintering, and the other way is by binder jetting. So the laser sintering allows you to obtain the final part right away, but laser takes more time than the binder jetting. So the binder jetting requires a second step, that is sintering in an oven, but you can produce almost 80 to 100 times faster than the laser. So depending on what is your objective, if you need a mass production, maybe it's better to go with binder jetting. If you don't require that and you prefer to do some exquisite interaction with light and matter, because of our system can work not only in additive but also in a subtractive way with the same laser. So we use it to do ablation and precise manufacturing, as well as additive manufacturing on the same plates, on the same object. So you can engrave, you can make holes, you can produce structures in both directions with the laser. So it has some benefits that are very interesting from that, even if it is slower.
So, Jon, it is actually a different technology. I would say it's a combination of binder and laser, is what you're trying to say, in terms of a choice that you can offer.
We have 2 different equipment. One is with laser, the other is with binder.
Okay. So these are 2 different machines,
Exactly.
offering solutions in different.
One is the laser base is the MPL1 and MPL100 series, and the binder jetting is the MPL200 or 201 series. So one something is laser, 2 something is binder.
Okay. Well, what's the bed size of the machine? The bed size where the powder is.
We have 2 volume size. One is mainly for small batch. It's about 10 by 12 by 5 centimeters. The other one is 20 by 15 by 15 centimeters. So it becomes quite interesting in terms of production. If you have a part that is roughly a cubic centimeter, with the binder jetting system, you can achieve more than 1 million pieces per year of production.
Okay, so this is basically, this is focused on very minute parts, which otherwise would be very difficult with injection molding or any other technology. Subtractive manufacturing would be a challenge, is where you score a point here in terms of offering these solutions. Yuan,
This
right?
is
If I can.
yeah, this is the main sector, but not the only sector. I mean, we can achieve also the fabrication of larger volume parts.
Okay.
But what is more important is, let's suppose that your big part requires a small region or parts of that big part that has very tiny, high resolution areas. This is also a very beneficial system to use.
So that's a very that's an added advantage in terms of scale, size, and also going nano in terms of very small and precision parts. So I think
exactly.
So I think that's the advantage in terms of what the technology and the machine that you're offering right now. What is the penetration, Johan, globally for the machine?
Essentially, we are located in North America. So we are mainly focusing on markets that are closer to us. I was born in Chile as well, so I have some connection with researchers in South America. So we have also done some work and installed equipment there as well. And we work with different companies that are in Germany, France, Switzerland, a bit of Asia, Japan, and China, for the development of new products. But the main region, the geographical region where we are selling the equipment so far is in North America. We are getting more and more interest from Europe, especially Switzerland and Germany, and a bit of France, because of the precision and the resolution we achieve for certain sectors such as medical, dental, and luxury products such as watches and jewelry, or applications related to injection molding, where you need a high precision, high resolution of such.
Okay, now also, Johan, in terms of one great product that you have introduced is the ultra thin filament. Can you just elaborate on that particular thing, because that's been going in rounds in a lot of social media and communications? If you can just elaborate on what is the product and how is it benefiting the industry?
Well, because we are able to work with very small particles, as you can imagine, we are able to obtain and achieve manufacturing of structures such as small filaments and small structures that are based on nanopowders, essentially. And for example, for certain applications, filtering electromagnetic waves or filtering gases and liquids, this is really essential to achieve a certain size and structure requiring such dimensions to achieve the efficiency that is required by such applications.
Okay, so so thank you so much, Johan, for your time, and it's been very encouraging. One more question: are you looking at the Asian market, very particular the Indian markets, for your distribution of these products?
Certainly, we have seen that Asia and India in particular there is a growing demand for additive. It makes plenty of sense because of the revolution that additive is bringing, and because Asia has become for the global market a manufacturing pole. And so there are many benefits related to environment, related to the dynamics that 3D printing brings. localization of manufacturing, where you connect from the manufacturer to the client as well. That can be very close. And also because of the digitalization of the process that allows many people with different backgrounds to bring their value and add value to the manufacturing process as a whole. So we have been in contact slightly with some people in India, but no success so far. So we're very open to develop any other business relationship with Indian partners.
So what we will do is we will also assist you in that particular endeavor, Johan, because we also have a consortium which can probably help you to identify the resellers and potential resellers who already have a buffet of different technologies. And maybe your product can also be one portfolio for them to distribute in the course of their business. So thank you so much, Johan, and thanks for your time, and wishing you all the very best for your for the growth potentials that the technology has and the brand has. And we'll be in touch. And thank you so much, and thanks for your time, Johan. Thank you, and all the best.
The pleasure is mine, Shibu John. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.